on after they attacked me last time. Rat of unusual size. Anything. Okay, getting into A2. I was hoping that somebody would have like a card in here. Key card. Trapped in room A3. Please help me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This collection of frozen food has not been restocked in some time. Many of these items are not available in the Grand Colonial, and must have been brought in from outside. The fridge was transported here from one of the guest bedrooms upstairs.
Rid of the bot. Rid of the bots. Messaging. I've eaten the purple berries, which were in the refrigerator. Probably safe for breakfast. They were awful. People work hard for their stuff, and I'm stealing it all. Stealing it all. You're trapped in A3? I don't even know how to get in that. Yeah, alright. Anything how to get into A2.
Timeline discrepancy nearby.
Up top?
Inspector,
Oh, there you
I've
go.
detected a structural anomaly within a 0.8-meter radius of this locked door.
Could you narrow that down for me?
This floor panel is 0.3 millimeters shorter than regulation length, suggesting unauthorized modification.
I'll bear that in mind. Underneath the loose floor panel, slightly dirty key card. Yeah, keep that stuff off of me, kicker.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis confirms this is Evan O'Connell. Analysis also confirms he is dead.
It looks to be that way. What's the cause of death?
Per additional study of this body's skeletal structure, the cause of death was head trauma.
Trauma.
Further analysis indicates Evan's fatal injuries were sustained from blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, and his head collided with the ground.
Check for evidence of foul play.
There are traces of blood on Evan's hands, Inspector.
Did he cut himself on something?
Analysis concludes this blood is human, type A. Medical records indicate Evan O'Connell's blood is type O.
Lots. Nasty. I wish YouTube would do something about it. Not like he cut himself on someone else. I bet my money Amelia's type A.
Medical records indicate Amelia Stillwell's blood is indeed type A. Great work, Inspector.
Arr. Think it's time we talk to Miss Stillwell.
If you wish to question Amelia Stillwell, Slug's scheduling records indicate that she is presently on duty at the Pilot House checkpoint.
Let's put in 3. Is there any way I can get? Because I can't open 3. I thought I heard someone say faint whisper. Ah. Make it. Trace amounts of sprat saliva is current on this current stump. Former arm indicates the starving bellhop fed the starving creature with her flesh. The shame to you is unwilling to eat her. Wow.
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me. I'm feeling weak Please just open the door. And I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it. The door is stuck. And I know I need to write a service request, but I can't get it under the door. Is anyone there?
Wow. Alright. Alright, so we'll get out of here. I think we need to go up and talk to Ludovico, right? I believe so. Report to Lily Vargas. We can do that. Found Evan in room 2 of the hotel. Not much else you can do. Okay. We can do that. You both are on Xantium. Yeah. Yeah, Ludovico we gotta report to.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
Penthouse.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Oh, confront your intruder. First things first. Clear all my stuff.
Hey, I've been ready to confront that guy. I was just gonna wait until he really embarrassed himself.
Rizzo's Rangers mascot.
Oh, sweet gibbering law! Where'd you come from? Sorry, let me just get back in character. Whoa, 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 it's not what it looks like.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm the mascot for the Rizzo's Rangers, 3-time non-consecutive all-Halcyon champions. And what I want is to wish you a good day and be on my way. I seem to have wandered into the wrong premises. I have mistaken this penthouse for the Rizzo's Rangers locker room on account of my headgear cutting off my peripheral vision.
Oh man. Man, if I had more determination, I could tell him to break his legs. Oh man. Look at my face. Do I look like I'm in the mood for your nonsense?
Not even a little. I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie, the Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message, something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
Tell me everything.
It's extremely difficult for me to tell you no. In fact, I'm experiencing enormous mental anguish right now. Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Stay put.
I can't. I'm so incredibly sorry, but I can't. Please try and understand. I don't want to end up like Ms. Bellamy. Meet me over by the pilot house. It's the land complex with the big old engine that keeps us flying. I'll tell you everything I know, I swear.
Let's see. That was all right. Mascot note. Meet me at the weather station when you're done with Helen's premise. For law's sake, try to make it like you're not followed, okay? Your pal. The name Birdie H has been scratched out. B. Holcomb. Where we meet? Weather station. Oh. Fix map, fix. Well, Ellie was over here, if I remember right. I have no idea where the weather station is. Be in another area. Alright, let's go talk to him.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The wasp-ketos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production.
More than a few lives. That doesn't bother you?
The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
Yeah, you could say that.
You have my attention.
Dr. Balsam is dead, murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
She was in trouble when I found her. Other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
All I know is that she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention.
Helen insisted on touring the Rizzo RR&DD lab.
Insisted? That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions.
Spent a little time at the orchards. I found evidence she was at a picnic.
A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the orchards. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was there anything else?
Someone stole data from your terminals in the research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
Can't steal that much data without an expensive cartridge. Our thief had resources.
A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little information to work with.
This just happened before the Wasquito attack. Someone was trying to stop me.
Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else?
I'll let you know if I learn.
This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow. My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now.
Speak to Dr. Goodnight. Hey, why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in my room?
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
There was a Rizzo mascot poking around in my room. I'd like to know why.
I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service. I think.
What about cleaning surface? Because I'm wiping mascot bits off my floor.
Oh, for law's sake. Ah, never mind. I don't care. The hotel is Cedric's concern, which means this is now his problem.
All right. A misunderstanding. I just want to know if you had anything to do with it.
I most certainly did not. My policy toward Eridanos is one of, shall we say, benign negligence. I keep my distance and don't involve myself unless necessary. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
We'll talk later. Oh, where do we want to go? We got to talk to Ellie. Or Lily. I mean. We'll do that.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get
Okay.
you to your floor on the double.
Exit. Yeah, we'll keep the same people. Yes. Ooh. Lily.
Inspector, you find my missing man?
I found him. He's dead.
Shit. That's fucking inconvenient. What happened?
Yeah, head tremor from a fall, but I think there's more to it than that.
Well, shit. I'm listening.
I think foul play was involved.
What do you mean?
Got instinct.
If you didn't find evidence, you can tell your gut to shove it. Without proof, I have to consider Evan's death an accident. Because frankly, I don't have time to consider it anything else. Thanks for chasing Evan down and saving me some legwork.
Oh.
Of course, now I gotta figure out who the fuck's replacing Evan. A new day, a new pain in my ass.
Yeah. We're Amelia now.
Giving me the chuckle. Trying to infect me.
I just wanted to make you smile.
I'm smiling.
Me? I'm pleased as pie. I'll show you happiness.
Have your back, Captain.
Show you. I just want to be your friend. I just want to be your friend.
Do City Stars. Not on that, am I? Oh, that quest is done. Rizzo's meeting spot. Speak to Dr. Goodnight. Oh, so they are done. I don't need to talk to Amelia. Prince Tossball. Okay, where's Dr. Goodnight? It's at the hotel. Way over here. Alright, so we'll do Good night. No, let's go in the entrance. All right. Dude, it's almost midnight already. Don't be you. Be better. That away. There's, huh? Still in the bathroom? Looter. How did she die?
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Was obviously trying to poison Helen? You sure it wasn't just a hotel food?
Oh, most certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
Sure it wasn't just a hotel food?
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
When you were talking, you called her Ruth Bellamy, not Halcyon Helen.
Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table. But as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being.
Oh. Guess that makes sense.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
Talk later. Odds of death, plasma damage, okay. Type report on Ruth Bellamy, formerly Halcyon Helen. Could this be the apex of my profession? Bellamy's corpse shows evidence of severe or several possible causes of death, but I've determined the killing blow was a plasma damage to the upper vertebrae. Yeah, you already said that. Frankly, her death may have come as a relief. She was unwell prior to the attack. High concentration of poisonous compounds in her stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Not lethal, but uncomfortable in the extreme. Spencer Woolrich complained about it. Alright. Patient logs. Wash Hartford. An ill-fated Byzantine. The hour thought it was prudent to gorge himself on enough purple-berry wine to incapacitate a primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than the elevator, and he fell down 6 flights. Automechanical servants broke his fall, and he broke their servo mechanisms and was billed accordingly. Fractures in the left clavicle, right femur, bridle bone, ribs, more injuries than brain cells. I recommend replacing purpleberry wine with Rizzo Spectrum Violet in order to appease Rizzo's company policy. Need a hand. Finally, something a little different from the norm. Miss Han came in earlier, escorted by her sister. Apparently not long after arriving on Eridanos, the two of them went on a trip through the Purpleberry Orchards. Miss Han's sister visited the puzzle hedges and became quickly lost. When she eventually made her way out, Miss Han was nowhere to be found. The sister claims that Miss Han returned to the hotel room several hours later, but had been unusual ever since. Her sister described the patient as formerly sullen, morose, and phlegmatic, given to melancholia. Her demeanor has transformed an unpleasant degree of levity and shock enthusiasm towards everything. I suggest vast quantities of cheap alcohol. That's it.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Bribe?
Oh, how careless of me. Actually, that's not the only way I was careless. I just remembered you have VIP access rights. As a special guest of Slug. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Alright, so we can go there. Should we go confront before we continue with the quest line? This is where the one quest is. That's where the other quest. I don't know what building this is. Can you even take a peek? Where am I facing? Okay. Put that away. Alright, so facing this building, I need to go... And go up there. Oh!
Don't mess with us!
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
Alright, I don't know if I need access to this yet. Yeah, I don't know. We go this way. I mean, I don't believe this is part of the main story. I believe this is. But who knows? There's multiple stories all at once going. Quests are going at the same story.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
I'm gonna turn you. Yeah. Way up there we gotta go. Almost leveled up too. Take me there. Looks like it's about it there.
Hey, you. Come take a look. Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it.
What is this junk?
Junk? My friend, this is not junk. These are people's prized possessions. Priceless personal effects, beloved souvenirs and knickknacks.
How'd you come by them?
Huh? Oh, well, some of the guests left this stuff behind.
Must not be that valuable if people left it behind.
Take a look for yourself.
You doing okay?
Me? Oh, sure. Terrific. Never better. And as soon as I pay off my docking fines, I'll be back on my feet and in my ship.
Docking fines?
So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may have broken a few of them. Who'd think Slug would be so strict?
Docking rules?
Let's see. There's docking without prior authorization, double docking, docking into adjacent vessels, docking while under the influence of alcohol, docking while under the influence of caffeinoids, and loitering.
Wow.
And that reminds me that I've got delinquency fees accruing on top of the original docking fines. Which is why I'm hoping you'll purchase my fine wares.
What do we have? Really don't have anything I want at all. But I will sell you my junk. Make me here longer. Not expecting that. We'll take a peek down here. Not very big, so I don't expect too much over here. Goodies. Goodies, goodies. Looks to be about it. All right. Fantastic. Alright, this doesn't look too big. This don't look too big. I don't know how much of this actual moving around. Like just in the darker orange, maybe? I don't know. It's cables. Oh well. Well, we will end it here for tonight. It is midnight. Definitely time for me to go to bed. So we'll pick this up on Tuesday night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let you guys know that it's still here. On when this game is done, we will be playing the first Elix game. So we can play that before the second one gets released. Should be March 1st, hopefully. Fingers crossed that it stays. But I'd just like to thank you all for spending some time here. I greatly appreciate it. If you did enjoy this, please hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.